Ati for another form, Quaba, Better News TV. So your best also so young subscriber to Better News TV. Whatever my best subscriber mine. No, I turn on notification bell. So by update BI by an submit me. Now make I was a comment section once your dear. Mess so believe your comments maybe be a coso 101. Then some I born a bed there. I best send him a gumosono. Nsɛmfoɔ bi a ɛyɛ suampɔn suku ɛkyɛkyɛ for ɛyɛ Nagrat for ɛde akɔkɔ to dwa anaasɛ ɔmo de ato dwa agye to aban anim sɛ ɔmo tete sɛ there is some bill bi a ɛbɛkɔ so ɛfa free SHS policy no papa no Akufo Addo adwen kyerɛ anaasɛ ne nsɛm a ɔde bɛ nyinaa yɛ sɛ ɔmo paase bill sɛ bɛyɛ a free SHS bɛyɛ ade a ɛbɛtena hɔ daa anyɛ sɛ obi a ɔfra aban mu no na saa free SHS no obi ba bɛgu na anaasɛ bi na wei na Nagrat for no so aten hehe ka kyerɛ aban ne sɛ ɛmo ho mmɔ ne ho musuo enko sign anaasɛ ɛmo paase bill bia mfa ne nsa nhyɛ aseɛ sɛ free SHS na ɛmɛyɛ ade a ɛda hɔ a ɛba yɛ ne da bia ma aban ne nyɛ saa da biara da ifisɛ free SHS ya ɔde abai how ne amane wo mu a ɔmo nka ho asɛm anaasɛ ɔmo ka kora ɔmo nya solution nessa aban we beginam say free SHS no emme yem pass bill na emme nya compulsory emme kan ho a ade ahoche ne wo yeni o haw ne amane na beba ye so mum yenkotie nsem no mu nchemu ne ba de aka bia no ye de beka me ho na national health NSS for so almost say demonstration and strike emu de hin neba mum yenkotie ne ba de aka bia no ye de be so mo yenkotie mra
Ready chemo ewo national service scheme. Na national service scheme adwumaiku anase asoye bia aba se wo wiesuampon a yase se osoma abanti ano no adwuma a wo kwakwaya no abantua wo kate se ne obi afa adwuma na emom yabema kakra de be lorry fair ne ade ene yede sori ya National Service Scheme Personnel Association of Ghana na se wono ma wo me national service esoma aban ene Ghana man echire mo se wono mo strike wo mu kuo no yase efre no conspag conspire then what about conspire strike now much them say they told me strike they say statement a woman dey about much them say aban emfa wo allowance mu kete ti say due ba atade na aban betua no wontua ema kom di omo obi efiri yakwe ewo asante bantemu eno otenkran dodowa eno ye national service wa high dan obefuro car na badenta akwakoye na djuma obi so firi nkwanza woti kumasi kotwi ena wo ye djuma eso high dan obi so firi tikobo number 1 na wonzima wono so wotakwa obe high dan na saban tuo mo kade anesa ho kire pa na aba nya asem keto ne enkanka ne wa we frɛ ne amote ye wa wasaben fi east na yede wa kokumase na woni mabusuani bia ho na abantua o kana fe osore ahram nkwa na ohram ti wade krata aba kire mu se wono nkwa adwuma gisa abanye tua sa iska no kom di omo e kom bede wo enu achi bebere se omo yare ko mu nyeska nko asupiti nti akwa ya asafem sempa wade krata ide ababonten ye be kwa omo no so na fe panyi ba kwa won de wose wono na ye leader a wodi anim se aban entomas wono musika ne mfa mo a wono de obeka no kore de akira aban se won toto eni emayi nidi ede Xavier Kwame Dogbe wono ena wo ye lead convener and as a lead advocate edema national service for ya aban tu omoka kom de omu ya ba homanum se ye de ne kasa na so ahoma no entu memre pamien sakana ye no mo ebabon komo mu kirem se bosia bon kwa no mobo enkanka ne MTN quick loan yeso ma gia on se MTN quick loan so gia boso me so a ese okotua na sa je foforo nanso time na so na ya ma warning 1 wantua warning 2 wantua ye de 12% ata so say pim eno so wantua enti eno no sa no se okosere sika no obi se no momo 50 Ghana na 100 Ghana sika no MTN 14 we wiem ansa na duru phone no so ti eno ena ye omo ya wo mo se wo mo tie tua ye saka Xavier ene na betwetwe nkomo ya ekua ma yento aso na yen konsem foforo mu Xavier ba homa no so a ye ne omo betwetwe nkomo
national service ko strike sita ge kra ko ye no yen komo de awie omo na ho atitifi
se national service de no se sika na da ho e wo botum nti ke se wo de mo ba sabi obi atama kwa investment nti wo twen ne mfaso ansa na ebia sabusumi miensa utam 1 million Ghana cedis kwa investment abusumi miensa woni miska benya nti bibire di business
okay ya twaso na yanku enimu ye wo eye adesuamu ana ese nei akyerɛkyerɛfo a ɛkyerɛ de ɛwɔ ntoaso suku ahodoro emu ɔman Ghana mu dino eye Nagrat etwa ne tietietia ɔmode nsɛm bi ato abenum ɛkyerɛ mu so ɔmosra bampa ɔma tete pa sɛ ɔmo no ye tabiri nkrata bi dia kɔ eye mmrahye bedwafie ɛno no mprempre ye bill na kyesɛ mmrahye bedwafo gbogbo ho ana ɛno no ɔmo gituma abade ne sasha sababa ye kyesɛ law sebehwa aboa eye free senior high school no abo ne chidom na setimi atena oda apem womre so bia mfa ne sankoka esane sana na se no eye ne legacy papa kyesɛ odi jaga na fo na wako eni nti omonhwe na so omonye mmra mfa nta achi na nsem enam ya na Nagrat se da bio ensem se de ekwa kyesɛ wo ba homasua mu a free senior high no akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ pɛ kyerɛ de no enya de aban afro mukura ne omakasa agye adwenkyerɛ bi ɛwɔ kyesɛ nsusue bi wɔ sansɛm no sanso ana nipa mpu anka anim de ɛwɔ homasua mu a sɛ omuka bie wom ɛwɔ homasua mu sankrɔfo nso ɛsɛ mo mama ne ndwom adwenkyerɛ bia ɛwɔ sansɛm no ɛho ɛne nti anka adenti na banhwɛ na kyesɛ bill ukra yɛmfa nsi nkyɛn na ɛne akyerɛkyerɛfo ni adeɛ nkasakasa na ɛsɛ yɛnjo bia adwene mbɔ ne pɔ na kyesɛ yɛnso amfa nkɔgu mmrahye badwafie no nso mo so mbɔbɔ ho na atimi ayɛ mbra ewo man Ghana mu eninti no sansem de omo suspend kra na etimi aboa se benese eye nioma hodo so betimi akoso na sansem so mbe suspend na so omo suspend no ye beko eye ahoma no so na yani Owura William Buadi etimi atwe nkomo esane so no na oye panyi kwankyerefo ema Educate Africa Institute na ye busa sansem no bill no so ahu hia anasa wo se kyese yani omo kasansa etimi aboa Owura Buadi so ati menka memo akwa abade wase se waje prena ne ba atwe nkomo yi nia edi kan mu sa se bill no a je se omode kwa mmrahye badwafie no ehu hia si ebenya bill edi aboa free senior high school na
mamintia wone wasefo mini aba ehu hia enfaso ni so kora ba akofra policy no already it is captured in our 1990 constitution. Over Article 25 1B. This article states that secondary education in 8 different forms, including technical and vocational education, shall be made generally available and accessible to all by every appropriate means, and in particular by the progressive introduction of free education. If the worker we and a amount of his essence on Jamani Mahama, depends for nothing progressive free, it's not or yen and Kakanda because and yet on one pay a idea Ghana Merc in a wooden say I was say you do the Ghana Mosa equation free, but you're paying Kakranka. Now you do the idea not free totally. About we your all year, I have your all 1 year not because government no alien. If there's no need to ever start a year pay, parliamentary approval, no people about what was me and answer what was so. I idea your constitution no essay and say, yeah, yeah, yeah. The we upon say, telling the woman of your handy team that it's a national beneficiaries in national passport.
Yo na eja Buadi wonje ndi sa challenges a wo kan ne free senior high school no sa anka aban betimi anya committed pepepe dia ma no se bia sika wo se kwa bekọ ne ade anyina no wo se mbra ne tachi se be no bia ba sika wo se kwa no bekọ na se free senior high na timi aya adwuma esa ne se mprempren kwala ne bia anya aduane ndi baby o mo betena textbooks ne ade anyina no enkwesa ne se mbra bia che se efa awin mu no enhyada emu enhyada anya den.
The fact that it is captured under the Article 25 plus 1B. To be able to say, oh yeah, a project like this, you need resources. If the lack of facilities, lack of resources, lack of professionals, that is the responsibility of the government now when implementing some policy. And there's no need to say, you didn't have parliamentary approval and sana. I was a corner, yes, a previous term, I send an free officers, union area. Now, say, Omuka, we turn us, Ghana go at Supreme at Obama, and also the Parliament, FIDQ, na ekoye mpinu asa na won say ye budget a ika na ye de Ministry of Education no using it to seriously na running away from responsibility enti ene na ama ye du baby aye du yi enti afutu aye ye de ma ban ne say there's no need to seek for parliamentary approval bim yemum secretary dia aya na ye de ko education ministry no ekwa enti kugu obi betum e wo se genti eskana kono eye adwuma se ne ye efata enu na wo se ye hwe yemum se ya magana for antia siasa de no wo constitution ni mugada aban na so oye responsible a wa ye na akwa fufu na omutu egu Ghana fo ani now ye kwakwa ni say minority no empne so na majority le won mo pne so meanwhile say ye kasa minority a records I want to say the past government part of the minority no almost person and ye launch a progressively free etiquette now the past government is no or who say you implemented free education facilities are only containing a more for the corner and it's in a banner starting community day school 60 blocks no if you are can buy way to as well then can double track any other issues that you facing in the company you can say teacher for year school na so say abano finance ministry e ma financial grant you see approach wo na no e ma kwakwa e bo atibidi wo be ko school mu na teacher learner ratio no company e balance e mo fa be break teacher ni ba ko pe and the amount the trainer the company e tin ko so teacher learning materials company and so I limited the company MI and the abano na any responsible and akoma trade nyina no aba
ne krakra mu no Nagrat SHS was abano hwe na anka oni achirachirafo ni nipa bi anim de ohumasuan no esi nkondwa ekasa ewo bibise hu pansa omatimi akasa bi a ye bibisa ewo eye free senior ha no oni omo ya adwene se wo sa abano mo kasa
oni mene Nagrat eye adwene yasa eye 6 years ya omo kan wasami ye tienie started 2019 na 2019 after said naka developing new curriculum no eba ye no specifically I was part of the officials the training teacher for as a boy implementation no that is 1st September 2019 now it is stated say BC will be scrapped and yet the national standardized test and a better BC and name into more fun every 2 years class 2 class 4 class 6 then JHS 2 SS1 into all to JHS secondary school also BC and San Wako will be promoted based on your performance after a year national standard test no I be conducted no now do play what there should be proper stakeholder engagement or consultation including the national PTA and some of the play a pivotal role in every educational policy implementation. And the Abana, it's no one here. And consulting the stakeholder media a paramount. No government or paper out the policy, educational policy that means free teacher for no. So one of them. I don't believe a woman of the Buana policy implementation very smooth. It is and a Motona Nagrat to media. I come up to them.
Aja buadi na chese oniamo ke oniamo ya adwene se wosa abano ene omamunim de ohumasuan wosi nkonja toato adwene ansa omatimi anyansem bi agina so kra ansese bi a embra ne behyem kena atimi abane sa ho
oh yes eno de unya pa on say ebra aye yilevi eba no won anamotu abane tiye and that was the first time I knew that by we active stakeholder engagement and a consultation. I don't think the end of every human classroom. Oh, the answer would be a good class or no more than here. If you now near Babylon, so one consult, yes, what is happening in classroom. Oh, my God, many about a more fun doors. If you can put every class there are teachers, you all share any monitor. A human doors so a boom so, but professionals they want answer and I'm offended down their door so besides double track system here scheme of work. Me quality teachers a bio a year secondary school near other a year schools a year. They were able to cover 2 and 3 topics. Other topics now can be factored from to Foniko Fino Ashegu. So Moba, almost prepare another scheme of work. Now the enwatre, the want to cover no Muko Fino Ashegu. But we should also bear in mind academics strategically I was say continuous. Kanya continue na say akolane jump here ebedu no obe fambo and these are the future leaders at Tembia Kasa ni Yeka. This is yet meant to know here. How would they be able to take up the mantle tomorrow? We cannot please do things haphazardly. About when you may be basa, we don't want to see. Now, where's Omano and the cray abayetro and the Trabe and the cray? And here will be there. Here, Nagrat Eka and the Eka say. There should be a proper consultation and even community engagement because I have play a role in this kind of air policy implementation. So the government must do this right. And to whom much is given, much is expected. Sika akosa policy in the history of our country. Edukem, Sebekaya last year, World Bank ever wanted the car says Sika. Yedeko a free SHS no. Naso resources flow bano. And so any IMF ever wanted the car said your free SHS was poorly targeted. And all flagship projects, including the free SHS policy, are up for review. Reviewer almost cancellation. There should be a proper consultation. Not the stuff one of the canon. Almost sana. Ya consider yon person mo yeno.
Okay. And the crack about mami bisa sa wo hwe sadia free senior high school implementation etia a compromise on quality of education ana.
Yes. A compromise and a very dangerous and devastating. Unim the ekosuni e mo fan de bre enye duane because I buy the air food suppliers ka. But first talk on so no aduane bi any ho because here the polypathic food soldiers and I see buffer stock to make the omudin now. It's kind of a could be an aquacugu bottom.
Okay.
Now, the head teachers need be a in here. Say, our move near a bra. No one in a more pay school, or no so a Bruno, no my better trading. And I know and I've gathered some reports from so many schools, including Accra. I'm a friend to play a developing stomach ulcer. They developing stomach ulcer and they say, yeah, catch them say milk and sugar you ho. And the old banana milk and sugar. Now they cook up Mudiaba. Abandon provided. So what some are doing is that over the enchine and they come up and go the cocoa. Any obrayo Tom Brown. Already Tom Brown over here, they chill gumdada. Now Quaco do Sunday and China a replacing sugar, a better day. Okay. These are some of the things that echo. You fire for Panso and Shame Manini. Akulano Sono are all Shadianum or on developmental stage until we have balance side with no development with Nenya or the some of the students are also using plain water sachet and they declare because there's no water.
Water, okay.
So these are some of the issues. A year double check once I make a scheme of work, community cover and Akufi. 4 to 4 minutes or more fee. Almost young to be out. That's almost fee. Only 2 months. Almost for 4 months. What kind of education are we giving to the next generation?
Okay.
A 2 was a devastating. We must not sit down and keep quiet. If not,
Yo, ora William Boadi, yabadas papa se wonya bre no akire kire nsem se ya dia mena nado so betie futuo yi de ontie ne ye na atimi aboye nyina.
Parliament wo ye asudie se wo mo ebegina wo na so amasa ne ma we akonka nti na wo Parliamentary Select Committee on Education ti kwa Dr. Clement Park mo ne yewura ba ko no no oye ranking member no one mu nyina wo ho so omumbisa the right questions na omo enforce government no nya ne hia ye ba kwa omane so na yakwa bonko biom National Service Force omo ko strike wo ba ketu akam mienim bosome dodo akam ona omo se bosia na wo mo eje ama NMTN quick clue ni MTN for the data bar national service for list here 10 omuntu mintwa MTN for kra hwa na saa kweklu no kra kwa kugu Savia Kwame Dogbe ewa homa ne so wono ena ye panyi ba ko national service scheme personnel association wono mu die ni ma wo ne aban ko Savia akwaba.
Okay, from
hello Savia.
To all national service personnel in Ghana and all stakeholders and media houses.
So for how long have you been chasing the national service scheme managers to get you your stipends?
Let me say that those of us who have been posted earlier in November, we have, from November to January, we have been working without any allowance. We have made our concerns known to our various directors and representatives, but they still not to care. And as at now, we have groups of NSS, trainees, NSPs, and with the graduates. Now, the government is owing us 3-month allowances, and the trainees is owing them 4 to 5 month allowances. And these are monies that we need to survive and be able to render our mandatory services to the state. Now, the main reasons that underpin this strike action are one has to do with our inability to pay our accommodations and utility bills due to non-payment of allowance. We have been struggling to pay our bills, and we have to be borrowing money to pay our accommodation fees because our landlords and landladies have been persuading us. We have no option than to borrow money from people, promising them of their allowance payback in order to pay for our accommodation and utility bills. The second one has to do with we transporting ourselves from our various homes to our user agencies or workplaces just to render the mandatory services to the state. And we have to pick cars, we have to pick motorbikes to go to work. And now that allowances are not paid, national service personnel are always forced to borrow money. Some will have to walk far from their homes to their workplaces, in and out every day, just to meet a mandatory or a required number of days for them to be validated for allowance. The third one has to do with we having challenges with feeding ourselves at work in our homes each and every day. We struggle a lot to eat. As I'm talking to you now, for 2 weeks, my gas has finished. I've not been able to even fill my cylinder. How I'm surviving is very new to me. We have to borrow money from people, different sources, promising them that when they pay, we pay back. And when these allowances are paid, we will use almost 80 or 90% of them to pay debts. Because our NSS rules demand that we have to go to work for some required number of days before we can be validated for allowance. Even the rules says that if you have not been able to go to work for 3 months, you will be sanctioned. And now that we have not been paid for this number of days, how do they expect us, or this number of months, how do they expect us to go to work?
Xavier, so how much are you entitled to at the end of every month?
We are entitled to 715.58 PDs every month.
Okay, so if the calculation be right, the government owes you about 2,100 and some coins, right?
Yes, for we the first batch deployed, and now 4 to 5 months national service trainee national service personnel 4 to 3 months. We are all in a daring situation now. Our lives are in danger. Our health, people are developing complicated issues each and every day.
Okay, so that was contained. So that was contained in your statement today. That said that you have declared strike effective today, which is 10th July. your group is called CONSPAC, which is a Concerned National Service Personnel Association of Ghana. What has been the discussion that has gone on between you and NASPA, which is the National Service Personnel Association, which is recognized by every Ghanaian? What does NASPA do, and why do you have to step forward to fight for your allowances?
Yes, for about 2 weeks now, we have been speaking with our regional representatives. And from the look of things, they are not ready to represent our interests. I will come out point blank. We push and push and push various district executives and NS push for our interests to be represented. They will just tell us, for instance, the whole of last week, they were just promising us that the money has been disbursed. So by the end of last week, Friday, the money will be distributed into our account. Till date, we have not seen any money. Monday, they promised us that by the close of Monday, they will, which was effect, by the close of Monday, we will receive our allowances. The Monday has ended, nothing happened.
So, Xavier, I want to know the efforts that you've made to get your allowances. Have you spoken to the leadership of National Service Scheme?
We are supposed to reach them through our representatives, and they have failed to do that. So this is the language we can resort to for them to hear us out, and that is the language we have spoken. So they are attending to our basic needs.
So can I confidently say that this strike is not supported by NASPA, right?
It is supported by NASPA members. We are not different from NASPA members.
But the NASPA leadership has not given you the mandate to go on this strike, right?
I am assuring you, and I'm emphatically stating that most of the executives of NASPA from district levels and some at the regional levels are part of this exercise. And there will be communiques that will even be released tonight before tomorrow. And we are not different from NASPA. We are the same people that constitute the NASPA. So since our leaders refuse to represent our true interests, we have to come out, we have to mobilize and join this force and fight this good cause for our needs to be provided. Because the state is failing to provide or to deliver its side of the contract. This is becoming a labor slavery. We are supposed to render a mandatory service to the state in return for allowance that will give us conducive condition of work of service. This, what is happening to us now, our economic rights have been abused.
Verily, you are entitled to your stipend at the end of every month. That I know. So can you confirm to me whether you've made any official statement to the leadership of NSS to the point that you have to go on strike?
I must say that a hungry man is an angry man.
So you are angry, right?
We cannot wait for any procedural people, because we know very well that whatever we write to them, they will never approve it for us to go on strike.
So you've not written officially to NSS?
Whatever, at this moment, we are grieved, we are angry, we are hungry, this is the only means we can resort to for them to attend to our needs.
So for how long are you going to be striking?
As long as they fail to pay us.
All right, so let's wait for your statement tomorrow, and then if anything, we'll get back to you and talk to you. Thank you so much for your time, Xavier. So we'll be waiting for your statement that'll be released tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time, Xavier. Dogbe Eyobia. Wamaja NASPA for honom so mubufu NASPA for enkomomo. Wamaketu yakem. Asema wakambrofo bibiri nyina. Asechere eno